Hello again, whiskey fans. We're here with a nice little treat, the Macallan Cask Strength Single Malt Scotch. Now, my that is a really dark Scotch. That's like darker than bourbon. It's aged in sherry oak. I don't think that's probably why. Although the sherry will probably impart a lot of redness in it. Um, but it's also cask strength. This is actually 59%. You can see right there. So it's stronger. But my guess is that this has got caramel food coloring in it. Just because it's hard for me to imagine a Scotch. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Getting this old, and my understanding is this has no age statement, which again I've argued many times is something probably good in these kind of projects where you want the whiskey to be selected by taste, not by age. But according to things I read online, these are typically 8 to 12, and so it's hard to imagine it could be this dark. But regardless, color is not what we're after here. We're after taste. At least I am. Although a nice color never hurt anything, did it? I don't think so. So here's a look at it. Again, almost looks like a bourbon. Very strong smell, like you would expect. Not very defined. The alcohol is kind of overwhelming everything when I try to nose it right now. Well, it's like there's raisins, maybe. I mean, that's it's. I've never said that one before. I don't think, but that's kind of what this is giving me. Was raisins, maybe, or plums, maybe. Something like that. Very big taste, explosive. Caramel, maybe that thing I was smelling. Either raisin or plum, can't quite decide, maybe both. Let's start cutting this. We'll cut it quite a bit. Well, this is also non-chill filtered. Already, compared to the tin, this is shockingly strong. So again, the smell. Starting to get a couple more. Maybe an oaky thing there. Probably the sherry is what's coming through at this point. Still getting that raisin. Tastes pretty good right now. Oak, sherry. Little fruit somewhere. Not too much spice. Still quite a bit of alcohol. Burn in there. Kind of hard to get all the flavors in. Something new is starting to come up in the smell now as it's opened up. God, what is that? Weird. I'm still getting everything else, but there's something else here. It's kind of maybe a little spicy, but can't place it. It's not cinnamon. I don't know. Really enjoyable drink there. Very nice. More spice now. A little of that vanilla you'd expect. For a sherry, this is not that sweet. Impressively not sweet, in fact. Usually with sherry aged, you expect it to be, again, I've got to, a little bit, that adds a lot of sweetness, and this is not. Very good. So smell now. Can't place that, although again, I think it's a spice. Still getting a lot of fruit, raisin or plum. Fruit, spice, vanilla, oak. Raisin is probably the dominant fruit I'm getting. I don't know. That's probably crazy. That's probably very idiosyncratic of me. But that's what I'm getting. Overall, an excellent little whiskey here. This is it's not cheap. This is you can usually get this for around 60. So you're going to pay for the quality here, but the quality is quite good. This is a really good expression of the Macallan flavor. But since it's the Macallan, would that be the Macallan flavor grammatically? I mean, that sounds crazy, but if the title is the Macallan, then when you're describing the flavor, how would you? I mean, I know there's some grammarians listening, and so please feel, this is off topic, but please feel free to say what would be the way you would actually grammatically say the Macallan flavor, because I know it's got to be wrong. But this is a really good expression of it. Usually the 15, I love the 15 from Macallan, but that's about $80, and so this might be a cheaper way to get it. I'm not a big fan of the 10-year or their standard bottling. I don't know why. I've had it before, but I just don't remember really getting into it all that much. This is substantially better than that, although substantially higher price than that. And so if you're wanting to try it out, but don't want to go up to $90 or whatever, $85, I think you can. I mean, I've gotten the Macallan 15 for $80, or for $76, I think actually. But that was like on a sale, and so if you don't want to go up that high, this is a little cheaper, and this is a really, really excellent whiskey. A really good bottling by the Macallan. Again, very much using the American single barrel process. Picking a great bottle, kind of like Jack Daniels. Pick a great barrel and go with it. And again, Macallan's a huge whiskey maker, so they have a lot of barrels to choose from. So this is quite strong, and an excellent little whiskey, and one well worth trying. Oh, it's actually a big whiskey, I should say. Don't again. I think that color's probably, and that could be the sherry aging could have made it look a lot redder, but man, that is dark, and I'm suspicious of that, given, with typical 10 years. But again, this is a delicious little scotch, or big scotch, and well worth getting if you can afford it. If you can't afford it, well, you've got plenty of reviews of scotches and bourbons you can't afford, I hope. Anyway, that's all I got. See ya.